Hey guys, this is Phil from underKG.com, and this is another version of the Samsung Gear S2, the Gear S2 Classic. So this was in black, and unfortunately the Gear S2 Classic doesn't launch in 3G version, whilst the Gear S2 is planned to be launched with the 3G version in early November, as we were told. So this is the black one, and the biggest difference between the Classic and the normal Gear S2 is, of course, its design. While the Gear S2, the standard version, has more of a sporty design, the Gear S2 Classic, as the name tells, has a more of a classical round watch design. Of course, I don't have to tell you much about the Gear S2. It's got a round circular display, first in Samsung smartwatches, and it's got a rotating bezel, and it's got Tizen operating system, Exynos dual-core processor, half a gigabyte of RAM, 4 gigabytes of storage, and everything inside, along with that 300 milliamps of battery. So what the charges is this little micro USB charger with the output of 0.7 amps, and this doesn't work alone. Of course, it has to be connected to the wireless charging dock over here. This is powered by the wireless Qi standard. So if you have any other Qi charging docks or ports, it should work technically, although it's not going to be easy to set this guy into other compatible charging docks, since the dock that comes with it has a magnetic built inside. It's going to stick in there, so it will be easier for you to just use the cradle that came with. So there's a little quick manual. Apparently the S2 Classic has more of a, say, premium looking belongings inside it. It contains more good looking, better looking things than the original S2. Here is additional strap that's small in size, which tells us that what's included here is large indeed. So it's got a large strap inside, and unlike the Gear S2, it uses a standard watch strap. So if you want to replace it, which we are quite certain that you would, because the leather straps here doesn't really look good. It looks very, say, cheap. I couldn't really find a better word. But here we have a protective plastic, so we're going to remove that for now. And here is the actual unit of the Gear S2. So Gear S2 Classic is here, and let's I'm just going to take it off to get my wrist ready for the Gear S2 Classic. And whilst we do that, we're just going to turn it on and set it up with the phone over here. So we got a phone, and we do have pre-installed Samsung Gear app over here. So we have a welcome screen, and we're going to connect it to Gear. And since we tried connecting to the other gears that we have in our office, it's going to take a little while. So we'll give them a chance. Okay, so we found 2 Gear devices, which I'll have to wait on this guy to tell me which of it is. So it's 58E8. So here we go. We're going to connect it and fire it up with the Bluetooth connection. So it's going to connect to that. And by the way, it's compatible with any Android device up to from the Android KitKat. That's 4.4. And although Samsung has a list of the devices that they tested with, this isn't certainly included in one of the testing devices, but it does work. So technically, it should work with any kind of Android device as long as it's up or more than the Android KitKat 4.4. So you can set up the notifications, which of the notifications are going to be sent to your watch, and apps are not that important for now, so I'm just going to go ahead and try it on our wrist, my wrist actually. So I'm just going to try it on here. The leather really doesn't feel good, so we definitely suggest you to get a replacement. That's the essence of the watches, right? The bands and the customization. So here we have it, and it has a little little introduction over here, so I can turn these around, or I can press a button here to control it. Since I'm wearing it on my right wrist, it's not exactly comfortable, but rotating bezel itself seems like a great idea. So I can cover the watch to turn it off, and here we go. We're done with the introduction, and we can start digging it. So you can rotate things to look at the other widgets or cards or whatever you want to call it. And when you're inside an app, you can scroll it. So we're just going to head right into settings, and you can scroll through the menus. Or if you don't feel like doing that, if you don't feel like rotating the bezels, you can just do it with do it with your touchscreen like you would do to any other smartwatches. So this is our very first time with the Gear S2 Classic. We'll need some time to get used to it since it uses a total different operating system of Tizen, which is mainly built by Samsung for its own. So we'll get used to it. We'll get back with the review. Initial impression is that this looks like a very good, very well-designed smartwatch. It looks a lot like a watch. It's not too big. I hope it's a little bit bigger, but it's okay. So we'll get back with the review very soon. Until then, this is the Samsung Gear S2 Classic.